Hello, everyone. How are you? It's been a minute. I've been so busy in my academy teaching on 30 keys to unlock success. So I've been going through every single day.
How are you, madam?
How are you, Lazarus? I'm also broadcasting on the other channel. So give me a moment. Let me just introduce today's discussion and then we'll get into it.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
And please invite more people. So I'm going into one of the topics, one of the keys to unlock success. So in my academy, I've been teaching on 30 keys to unlock success as part of the game plan 2.0. And one of those that I taught earlier this morning is about developing your natural talents, that your natural talent is one of the keys, one of the 30 keys to unlock success in your life. So Lazarus, welcome. So can you answer the question? Are you developing your natural talents or have you developed it? Go ahead.
That question again, sorry.
Yes. So when it comes to your natural talents, things that you're very good at that you would do anyway, do you think you know what they are? Do you think you've invested in developing it? Or are you working to develop your natural skills and talents?
I think to a large extent I've tried to develop, but I'm still in the process also.
Awesome.
I can't say I've arrived.
Awesome.
I'm still
So
learning.
awesome. So do you want to share what would you consider to be your natural talent? And natural talent is not it's kind of like it's not necessarily the technical skills you acquired going to school. So we all went BSc masters, right? Or PhD for those who went that level, right? What are those things that not necessarily you acquired in school but you're very good at? Some people it could be singing, some people it could be sports, right? Some could be leadership, communication skills. These are the things that actually God gave us naturally. So what would you say yours? Are you open to sharing?
Yeah, I think leadership and communication and easily relating with people. I easily interact and get interest in people. Yeah, you
Awesome.
send me to any place to sell, I can sell ice to Eskimos and heaters to Sahara Desert people.
That's good. Awesome. So I love the fact that you talked about communication and leadership. Those two keys actually align to mine as well. Because one of the other keys for success, which I shared earlier in my academy, is that communication is one of the most powerful skill in the world. It is a skill. You can have it, right? You can have it naturally, but if you don't develop it, you don't get better. Because part of this question today is that many times, you know, even before you're 10-year-old, your natural talents will shine through, would be expressed naturally. Parents that already see it will invest in it. So, for example, Beyonce, right? She could sing. Her parents believed in that talent and they helped her develop it, right? They helped her practice it. They helped her explore it. She put it to use. And through that journey, she is who she is today. Not because she went to school to to learn how to sing, not just that, or law or lawyer became a lawyer. No, it's because the natural talent that she was gifted it with by God, it was identified at a very young age and it was developed and continues to be developed. And because of that, right, she's great at it. Because one of the things I was also teaching in my academy on is that for you to function at the highest levels of success without getting tired or anything, you will find out that the most successful people in the world, you don't get to that level of success without naturally being good in that space. Because success itself is work. It's intense work. It's very, very intense at a certain level so you have to love it, and you have to train yourself to be naturally good. And the areas you're naturally good at is often tied to the area where you can achieve incredible sustained success in. Like Your legend is tied to it. Your legacy is tied to it. And many people give up because if you attempt to be successful in an area you are not highly skilled in, you will burn out. If you're attempting to do what is not natural, it's tough. So one of the keys of success is your natural talent, when it is developed, will open more doors for you. It will unlock success for you. So you have to keep pushing at it. This is where you talk about Tiger Woods. They have coaches, they practice, they engage in such extreme disciplined acts that it unlocks more, it yields more fruit for them. Because, if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, we talk about be fruitful and multiply. You can bear fruits by putting your talents to work. So let me get your reaction there, Mr. Lazarus, as well.
Yeah, no, I follow you very well, and I think it's very true. If you are doing what you like the most, it just flows naturally. But if something that really is not part of you, it takes a toll on you, and you don't excel. But if it's something that you love, even at work, you don't work for money, you work to feel fulfilled. I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thank you. And part of the developing the skill type is that most people do not invest in developing their talents. And the analogy I'm giving is, just imagine if Beyonce didn't hire a coach, didn't have a coach, did not go for training, did not discipline herself. She might still be playing basketball, but she will be playing it maybe in the courtyard in her city at best. So one of the other things I'm calling out is the level of development of that talent is tied to the level of success you would receive. Okay? Is that if you develop it, it's like Messi, soccer, right? Ronaldo. If you go and watch their video when they were young kids, they've been playing ball since teenage preteen. So natural talent. But here's the key. Many people stop there. They played that soccer and then they abandoned it. So there are many talents that have been abandoned, right? There are many talents that have not been disciplined, that have not been increased and improved on. So imagine the greats, Ronaldo, Messi. Imagine if they stopped playing soccer when they were 14, 15 and they never played it again. We won't know them. We won't know them in their greatness today. Okay? Is that, imagine if they stopped there. Imagine even if they didn't get better coaches, right? Better things. If they didn't continue to improve, if they stopped and they were satisfied with the 14-year version of soccer and they call it, oh, you know what? I'm very good with soccer. It was just a game. It was just nice playing it with my friends, having fun in the fields. And they didn't consider it as something they wanted to do professionally. They just said, oh, it's just nice playing in the neighborhood playground. And then they go into high school or university, they learn doctor, they became accountants, lawyers. Imagine if Messi became the dream somebody else had for him was to become a doctor. Imagine Messi being a doctor today. Would we know him? Lazarus,
no.
would we know him?
I doubt.
Right? Imagine Pele and the greats. We won't know them because, you can easily earn a livelihood in any area. You can become a doctor. If your focus is earning a livelihood, what I'm talking about today, it's not for you. Because you can go to school, become a doctor, you can go to school, become an accountant, you can go to school, right? You can learn skills, new skills that is not natural to you. You can actually invest and fly a plane and get a living and live a great life. What I'm talking about is that your greatness, your legend, your legacy, you arrive at another level of success if what you are naturally good at, which is also a gift from God, if you develop it, listen, it will open more doors for you. And if you don't develop it, or if you stop developing it, that is the level of success it will ever yield for you. It's like a seed. If you don't plant it, The seed has the potential to be a tree and to yield incredible harvest for you. Right? Your talents hold potential of your glory, of your greatness. You don't invest in it, it stays dormant. Right? That's the point I'm raising. Like, because many times when we say invest in yourself, people don't, I don't understand. Like, I don't think people understand this, that it's not about the coach, it's about you. Imagine Will Smith doesn't go to acting school. Beyonce doesn't get voice coach. Listen, that's okay. Because all of these people that you saw, imagine Oprah. Oprah didn't discipline herself. She didn't show up every day for 25 years with her talk show. We will not know the version of who she is today. The world will not enjoy what she's doing today because she will not have the capacity to pull what she's pulling off today. So it's about capacity. Is that your talent in raw form, right? When developed, will expand your capacity to achieve more success. And when you don't develop it, you are missing the capacity you need to unlock more success for you. So thank you everyone for joining. I see Ariel. Thank you for joining. Others, let me know where you're joining from and which platform you're joining me from. Feel free to follow, subscribe. Also check out toyinumesiri.com for more information as well. So Lazarus, react to what I just shared. And if anybody has any question, feel free to ask me a question or come up to the stage to, I see LinkedIn audio. I see Valentine and Buiga. Thank you for being here. Go ahead, Mr. Lazarus.
Thank you very much, Coach. You just hit it right on, that if the seed is not sown in the right condition, it will end up being just dormant or it dies somewhere. But if it's sown, it can be a forest, just like the words of Dr. Miles Monroe, that the richest place in the world is not the gold mines of South Africa or the oil fields elsewhere, but it's the graveyard where a lot of dreams and visions and great things that could have been achieved were never realized. Because, like you say, if Beyonce didn't have a voice coach or Tiger Wood or whoever, there was no necessary leader, coach, and discipline and developing the natural talent, they will never have excelled and they will have never been known. I really appreciate this.
Yeah.
Madam.
Oh, thank you. Because the struggle that I see, and Lillian, thank you. Happy New Year. You're in New Jersey. Thank you, everyone. So we are talking about your natural talents. Have you developed it? Are you developing it? Do you even recognize it? Because your legacy, your greatness, your glory, your legend is tied to developing your natural talent and to unlocking more success for you. The struggle that I see most people having today is the wrestle of what they think their degree is this assumption that your BSc is enough. I'm laughing. This is my sinister laugh. Most people in the world may not realize that the traditional education system did not promise you success. It promised you, right, that it will teach you how to get a job, a livelihood. Your BSc masters, when you were applying, they didn't tell you we will give you all the skills you will need to achieve maximum success in life. They didn't promise that. They told you the different jobs available. Which one? If you want to be an accountant, go this way. You want to be a doctor, pick this career path. You want to become a lawyer, then you have to take these classes. They put before you, the Western education system is organized around an economy, a functioning economy, and the skills the economy needs to function. The existence of a job in an area, and you deciding, I want to be an accountant, so you have to go to school to learn accounting. I want to be a doctor, you go to medical school. I want to be a pilot, go and learn how to fly your plane. What I'm seeing that is the struggle is that many people are leaning too much on the degree. You see my point? They are leaning too heavily on a degree that promised you a job. It didn't promise you success. It didn't promise you maximum success. He didn't. He promised you lively. You will live fantastic. You will get a job. You will be great. You'll be in that dimension. You will achieve success in that space. What your talents, your natural talents, promises you is greatness. Your greatness is tied to your natural talents. And this is the abandoned project of most people in the world. That's why they listen. These are the things they didn't tell us. I pray, even if you think it's too late for you, please pass this thing I'm teaching you to your children. If you think you can't use it, please, if you are a parent, as you have young kids now, or even guide them better. Guide them better. If we made those mistakes, let them not make the same mistakes. Natural talents, highly developed, with great discipline, will yield you greatness, fulfillment, legacy. Listen, nobody can compete with you at that dimension because that's your fingerprint on the world. Okay, I'll still continue finding ways to really explain this. I hope I'm explaining it well. Lazarus, am I explaining it well? I see Swat saying,
you are hammering it.
I'm hammering it. Okay.
I just love it. I just want more. I wish I was recording or something, writing.
Oh,
please keep going.
Yes, there's a video also going on. I know you're joining from Clubhouse, but what I've also done, because I also like I love keeping records of these engagements, so it's going to be, I believe, available on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook as well when this is all done, right? So because this is a live, yeah, I'm charging. I just got my charger so that nobody runs out and we can still continue. So let me also read. Mr. Swad says, okay, it's a question. How can we develop our talents in communication? Okay, let me put this on so others can read it. How can we develop our talents in communication? Sometimes some people are strong in skills and competencies, but when it comes to communication, they are weak. I love this. So let me go into communications as example. One of the keys, so I'm running a program in my academy, 30 Keys to Unlock Success, the Game Plan 2.0. What I'm just talking about and giving highlights on is key number 13. But one of the other keys that I've taught before is that communication skills itself, just by itself, even though it's not your natural talent, communications by itself is one of the most powerful skills in the world. It's one of the most powerful skills in the world. There's nobody that I have met that have achieved incredible success in life, in this life, that is not skilled in communications. You know why? Because the success you achieve in this world, you will need to sell yourself, right? You will need other people to go on that journey with you. And how do you cast your vision? How do you get people to enlist and support that journey? Success is not it's not something you become by yourself. No matter what you believe, let me tell you the truth. If you've never heard this before, there's nobody in the world that became successful single-handed. They are surrounded. You might not see the team behind them. You may not see the team behind Beyonce. You may not see the team behind Tiger Woods. You may never see the team behind Messi, Ronaldo, on and on. You may not see the entourage of support, coaches, advisors, investors backing their brand. You will not see that. Obama, former president, right, of US, as a great orator, you may not be privileged to see those moving his campaign forward, the army of people supporting his success. So if Obama wakes up and say, I became president by myself, it's a lie. Look at his wife, what she did for him. Listen, guys, these are the things we need to be teaching our kids, okay? So back to your question on communications. It is a standalone key by itself. So whether you're a born communicator or, in fact, every human is given a voice. In fact, like, what am I saying? God made as long as God gave you a mouth and a mind, you are supposed to be a communicator. We are communicating beings. Your energy, your spirit, your emotions, your thought processes, always communicating. The gap, though, is that many people do not communicate effectively. And to me, when I say effective communication, the most effective communication skill is say what you mean and mean what you say. Say what you mean and mean what you say. That's the most powerful communicating skill ever. If you can say clearly what you mean to say, and whatever it's you say is actually what you meant to say, you are skilled in communication, because at that level of alignment is when you move the world. Communication is what moves the world, whether in sales, whether in marketing, whether in politics, whether in leadership. Listen, you don't develop communication skills. I'm not even saying whether it's your natural talent or not, whether you think it's natural or not. Every human is born with a voice. You have a seat of desire, okay? And your voice is supposed to help you tell people what you want for yourself. You want a promotion? Listen, you will ask for it. You want a job? You will use your voice to interview for it. So written forms, spoken form will determine how much success you can unlock in life. So even beyond just natural talent, everybody that wants to achieve success needs to be disciplined themselves in communication. And to your point, how do you develop it? Start writing every day, start speaking every day. You, in a year's time, you will be flowing. Many people are not practiced in speaking their mind. And a lot of it is cultural. There's a program, the game plan, the first series of the game plan, 12 strategies for winning in life and business. 12 strategies for winning in life and business. The first strategy that I dove into was activating the power of clarity, because clear communications is what is the problem for a lot of people. And when people are not clear, it's because there's fear. There's fear somewhere. There are some stories they fear. What will people say? What will people say? Would they believe me? There's a lot of stuff, nonsense stuff roaming through people's heart space, mind space, that then when they want to communicate to the world, it's like you're a lion. But when you show up, you're showing up as a cat. What would the world call you? A cat. But if you're a lion, if you're Tiger Woods, please flex down muscles. Do you understand? Don't let anybody else call you a name you don't be. So when I talk about branding in business, some people will say, why do I need to brand? Why do you need to tell your story? Why do you need to tell the world who you are? It's part of the problem. The foundational skill for branding, marketing, sales is communication. And people are not good at those three things because they don't know how to say what they mean and mean what they say clearly, unapologetically. This is who I am. If you are the lion, I'm the lion. Right? But if you're a lion, you're saying, oh, I don't want people to. No, that's another topic inside. That's why I tell you, enroll in my academy. The programs are there to help you unlock success. So I love the question. So communications by itself. So in the program, the Game Plan 2.0, I dedicated an entire day to explaining, right, that communications by itself is one of the most powerful skills in the world that you are going to need if you want to unlock success, more success for yourself in all areas of life. All. You are doing an interview, you want to pitch to investors, right? You want people to vote for you, you want to go into politics, you want people to vote for you. There's no area of leadership or success you want to get into now that if you're poor in communication, you can't get it. You want a job, you want promotion, and you don't want to, talk and let people know I want that job. You can't say I want that job. Like all that you want in life will be given to you because you communicated it in written or spoken form. And when you don't communicate it clearly, you can't get it. It's tough. No, because the world doesn't just anticipate, oh, I think she wants, nobody thinks for you. That's another topic. So thank you for that question. It's one of the topics I've been teaching on as well. Very, very powerful stuff. Very, very powerful. Okay. So as I'll start wrapping up now, any other questions? But I did an entire session in my academy today on this topic of I gave examples of my own journey on and on. But at the end of the day, as soon as you can identify your natural talents, you know one thing, talent has no end. Because the moment you realize you're a writer, don't stop with one book, write more. Because that's what God talks about, be fruitful and multiply. The first thing is make sure you're using your talent to bear fruit. That's the first journey. Once you know the type of fruit that is delicious that the world is enjoying, the next step to get more success is do so much more of it. John Maxwell, how many? Become a prolific writer. If you're a writer, please don't stop with one. Write more. If you're Oprah today, she did a show for 25 years, but she's doing more today. It's like Beyonce. You write one song, you can't be a legend with one production. It's like an actor that only produced one movie, or a singer that only produced one song, or a soccer player that only played one game, or a basketballer that only played one game. That's what's happening today. People are only playing one game and they're like, oh, clapping for themselves. Do more. Talent can yield more fruit for you. Multiplying that talent is pushing yourself. Don't get satisfied. So let me stop there and also bring in Mr. Lazarus. Any other thoughts as I'm wrapping up? Mr. Lazarus? Oh, I hope I haven't lost you there. Okay, I see Valentine raising his hands. Let me allow you to speak.
You are spot on.
Give me a moment, Valentine. Okay, go on, Mr. Lazarus. Then I'll bring on Mr. Valentine afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Go on, please. Oh,
Listen, somebody said.
Valentine, give me a moment. Go on mute and let Lazarus finish. Then I'll come. Okay, Lazarus, go on.
I think you've communicated well. You clarified the issue. Oh, let me.
We're losing you. Are you still speaking, Lazarus? On mute? We are losing you there a bit.
Okay, I was giving them a chance. It's okay. I was saying you said it spot on about communication, that everything is all about communication. That's why the Lord has given us the mouth and everything. And we are never not communicating. And there are various aspects of communication. And we need to develop it.
Yes.
Because that's the only way to be able to market ourselves.
Yes.
You gave the example of branding, is telling your story. So if I go for an interview, I must be able to communicate, market myself above the rest. And I think I appreciate that. That's why I'm always following you. I always learn something. You appreciate that, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that as well. Oh, yeah. Communications is huge and developing skills is important. Like, skill gets developed through repetition and practice. So that's something I want you to know, is that doing it once, if you want to learn how to fish and you only show up to the stream one time, right? You're not skilled at it yet. You may know how to do something, right? But the person who shows up 100 times, and the person who show up only once, and the person who showed up 1,000 times or 2,000 times or 10,000 times, the more of it you do it, the better. Like the basketballers, just because they know how to shoot a hoop and go in, right? They know on the game day, they have to wake up every day. If they want to win, okay, they show up when there is no game, when you can see, and they throw that thing maybe even 500 times in a day. Some of them can close their eyes now in there and just be throwing it. Why? The 500 time every day, when showtime is, when the lights turn on, they will perform better than somebody that is showing up only one time. So part of skill is discipline and repetition. When nobody's watching you, what are you doing? Okay? When nobody's watching, are you so take your skill and put it to you. People don't have to see you. In your private spaces, volunteer, use it. Just use it. Because when you don't use it, you lose it. You don't use it, you lose it. Oh, that's when you say, once upon a time, I used to be this, I used to be that. Don't be a used to be. Be relevant today, and so that you can be relevant tomorrow. Practice discipline yourself today. Write every day. Speak every day. Practice, 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 and you will improve. That's just the way it is. It's like learning how to walk. You are crawling, you want to learn how to walk. If you only try it once, you have to try it every moment. You have to be consciously thinking of improvement. So that's another thing I wanted to put out there. Valentine, thank you. Please speak. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. You've really done much in this topic. You've said a lot, and I'm at least I'm being actually being motivated, and I actually love your speaks, your points, and you are nailing it where I actually, where I'm actually getting stuck onto. So, the initial questions which concerns I actually wanted to raise has been, been brought up by the previous person,
Yeah, still share it. Actually, I want you to use your voice to still share it.
What I actually want to nail is where you had said developing your natural talent, is actually a topic that is not going to end once. It's a continuous thing, You will keep on telling people, you keep on, motivating people, getting people to develop their talent, plant their seed, as of seeing it growing, because, there are some things, you had imbued in yourself, even while you were growing up, seeing yourself through universities, you been through school, you've been through academia, there is this particular thing, you have inside you, you like, find it difficult to grow, not that you cannot grow, it's not that you don't have it in you, but you actually need to be perfect in it, know, like this particular thing, it even when you've been woke up from sleep, you can actually say, oh, this is how things will go, this is how things will go, but just that, constant practice, how do you help the seed, guide yourself, growing and be perfect with it without, being, being supervised or being, actually there is nothing one can actually master in this life without a coach, without a mentor. But whatever be the case, growth is not it's not a rigid process, it's a constant process, something you master, you do every day, continuous learning, continuous growth, not probably not only on yourself alone, but gain support, gain knowledge, gain practice from others, other authors who have particularly deal on that particular position or that particular stage you were at that time. Get some inspirations from other writers, people who you have seen gone through that stage with you. So, like, what I want to deeply emphasize on is that particular place where you mentioned capacity. I think I was on traffic. I was, a little bit trying to, drop at home when you were listing out examples, when you mentioned the Prague, the rest you mentioned about capacity and capacity in raw form, how they were able to, mechanize it, how they were able to put it into their raw talent and, get it, exploded to where they were actually now.
Yes. I love, okay, there are two things, you've brought two things to the light for me, and I want to dive deeper into it. We all need to realize that we are learning beings. You came into this world as a child. Somebody had to teach you how to speak. Somebody needed to teach you how to cook. Somebody taught you how to walk. Mama, papa, okay? You go into school, A, B, C, D. Many times when people now get into this stage, something, I don't know if it is arrogance, pride, or I'll just say lack of awareness. All of a sudden, people now think all of your life, somebody has been teaching you. You went to school, people invested in you. You now arrive, maybe it's that desk job. All of a sudden, you now think you don't need any more lessons in life. All of a sudden, you think you've arrived. All of a sudden, you're like, you know what? I'm fully developed. Thank you, everybody. I'm happy. I'm good by myself. You now start living this life all by yourself. I will say this categorically. There's only so far you can go in life by yourself. There's only so far you can do. Listen, people don't understand that this whole world, there are some principles. If you enter rooms of people that have gone ahead of you, they have so much more to teach you. They can save you a lot of headache. They can teach you what they learned. The wisdom of the elder. Okay, let's say you're a mom. This is your first time of having a baby. You're a first time mom, and you refuse to ask questions of millions. You are on your own. You don't know what you don't know. You are a first time mom. People have been having babies for the, and you refuse to call, a master mama that has 3 children. You refuse to ask her, please, how do you do this? You refuse. Listen, you're on your own. You're on your own. We are supposed to be building on the knowledge that others have unlocked. And when you go into the world and thinking you yourself, listen, even where you are today, you didn't get there by yourself. Why do you now think where you are going, you get there by yourself? Okay, let me be. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. That's the issue today. Where you are today, the job you have, what you are celebrating, the success you are enjoying today, you did not arrive there by yourself. Somebody taught you algebra. Somebody taught you aerodynamics. Somebody taught you what you know. And even around you, you are still observing and learning everything. We are a learning being. There is only so much, so far, you yourself will take yourself. This is big. You know why? You have blind spots. That's what coaches come and help with. Tiger Woods will never become the Tiger Woods you know today because you can push yourself to a certain level of success, but the rest is other people, sponsors, mentors, coaches, advisors. They will offer you knowledge you do not have. Yesterday I talked about educate yourself. That was key number 12 in my academy. Right? Listen, education. When I use the word education, the first thing people think about is, again, my BSc, my master's, my PhD. That's the type of education. The education I'm talking about is life education. The one you will offer yourself, that is not the school. The one that you will offer yourself, that is your own responsibility. Because the BSc you got 20, 30 years ago, did they teach you NFT? Did they teach you the world? The degree you got when there was no internet, is it going to help you in the world of internet? The degree you got when there was no Facebook, when there was no Twitter, when there was no Instagram, when there was no Zoom, let us Zoom. Is that degree going to help you in the digital economy? Education is forever, guys. Education is forever. Education means what you know about the world around you and what you can do in the context of that reality. And if you don't know, if you know little, you can do little. You know more, you can do more. And I'm saying the knowledge you have is always limited. The knowledge other people have collectively can support you on your journey. It's like Google. Why do you keep going to Google something? It's because the collective knowledge of the entire world is much more than what you know. Right? Why do you keep going to ChatGPT today? Because you can tap into a knowledge base that is not yours. You can borrow knowledge from other people. You can acquire knowledge. So knowledge itself is a premium. Yesterday I was joking. I put something on social media. I said, useless information equals to information you use less. Useless information is equal to information you use less. I said, stop gathering useless information. invest in useful information, because useful information will help you achieve more success. But most people are gathering useless information. They are skipping scrolling, they are consuming content that is not doing anything to help them move forward, make progress. You can Netflix and chill, entertain yourself. I mean, it's good. Relax. Okay? But don't relax yourself away. When we say come to class, come to event, come to seminar, webinar, show up in school, and you're like, you're on your own. Oh. People like me cannot help people that are not ready to learn. I can't help. I can only help people that realize you're going to learn your way to success. You're going to develop your way to success. You're going to discipline your way to success. You're going to show up for success. You're going to commit to success. You're going to work, invest time, energy, and resources to unlock success for yourself. And until you're ready to do that, I can't help. Then stay with your BSc, MSc. Don't worry. One of the things I've thought about, I said, that degree unlocked success in an area for you. Accounting unlocked the door of accounting, right? Law unlocked, right? When people now try to use the key, engineering degree, they now want to use it to unlock the key of entrepreneurship. They now realize it's not working. Right? The engineering key that you have that is helping you get the job and enjoy life, you now attempt to bring that key to business. You try it, it's not opening. You try it again. Don't break the key. You have a wrong key. Entrepreneurship has its own unique key: branding, sales, okay, marketing, right? Research, development, mindset of an entrepreneur, like in my book. Go and look for that key. Buy the key. You bought engineering key. You didn't buy entrepreneurship key. You bought, right, law key. That key doesn't open brand, marketing, sales. So if you want to open the key, for example, of real estate, you have to go and buy real estate key to unlock the opportunity that is behind the door in real estate. Just because you have the key of medical degree, you attempt to use it for accounting, it won't work. Oh, I have a PhD, this. You try to use it in law, it won't work. Each door of success has its own key. It has its own key. So when you have a degree, it will unlock what it is supposed to unlock for you. You have accounting, you have I'm just supply chain. You say because you are supply chain, you can fly a plane. You enter the plane says we are not taking off. You don't have the key to fly a plane. You didn't study what it takes to fly a plane. So don't claim, don't come here. They will kick you out. Right? Kubala guy said, no, so true. We think we have the key, but we don't. Swat says, I have another question for you. Which is better, hard work or natural talent? Oh my. Let me put. I love these types of questions. So let me answer that one. And if you have questions, just drop it as well. And before I respond, Valentine, do you have a follow-up to my response to your comments? I hope I'm saying your name well, Valentine.
Yes, you actually did.
Okay.
No.
Awesome.
Actually, okay, I'm fine.
Fantastic. So, Swad, thank you for joining us, by the way. Let us also know where you're joining from. He said, I have another question for you. Which is better, hard work or natural talent? Bro, let me my son, there's a new slang. They would just say, bro. I was like, brother, let me call you my brother. Hard work is a requirement in all areas. Hard work. Whether it's natural talent, whether it's not natural talent, you work hard. Natural talent, however, hard work in your natural talent, however, will take you further. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're not going to work hard. You are going to work hard any level of success you want in any area. You will work hard for it. And when people are not ready to work hard, this is what we say laziness is, right? You're not interested in working. So I'm not from that school of thought. You will work hard anyway. Anything you want right now in life, you want a job, you will apply, you will interview. All opportunities in this world, you work for it. Even for you to be appointed, even when you are appointed to positions, which I am in some spaces, you will become that person that can be appointed. They don't appoint any other, just an average person. You've worked hard to become a person that people now want to appoint. So, universal law of success is hard work, full stop. However, your natural talent, hard work in developing your natural talent will take you further in life. It will, because your greatness, your legacy, your legend is embedded, is the fruits of your raw talent. Your raw talent, well invested in, well developed, will make you great. That's the difference. And you can apply the same equal work in an area you are not skilled at, and you can't be the best at it. You'll be averagely good, hard work plus, right? You'll be averagely good, you will get a livelihood, you get a job, but I'm talking about exceptionalism, your area of genius. Let me drink some. What I'm talking about is your exceptionalism, right? Your domain of genius, like, where you are going to fill up and you will shine and you will thrive and you will do it with joy, fulfillment, excitement. It will make you feel alive. It's the natural gift that God has given us, well developed, that will ever unlock that level of success. Okay? You can apply the same effort in an area you are not naturally gifted. You will get a livelihood, you will achieve success, but not like natural talent. Because God, in His mercy, knows what He sent you here to do, and He has equipped you with everything you need. That's the point. For those who are spiritual, is that God didn't send you here without talent. And the talent is so magical, is so incredible that talent is the secret to your success, your ultimate success. That singing that was discovered in Beyonce at age whatever, singing in the choir in church or whatever, right? Was tied. God saw how far she can go in life. And I'm saying, if she had thrown that singing skill away, if her parents minimized it, ridiculed it, undermined it, and told her, go and do accounting, go and do doctor, Beyonce as a doctor, she won't have the beehive. She will be successful. Listen, Beyonce will get a job, be successful. Nothing, right? Tiger Woods as an engineer. Sorry, this is my laughter. Imagine Tiger Woods as an engineer. Imagine Messi as a golfer. You see what I'm saying? Is that we're living in a world where we've misplaced ourselves. We have been misplaced and we've misplaced ourselves. And what's happening today is you actually have an opportunity to redirect yourself. I'm speaking to you as an evidence that this is possible. I'm doing today what I didn't go to school for. I'm leaning heavily on my discovered talents, and I'm using it every day, and I'm happy. And I'm not telling you I'm a certified SAP consultant, I'm a technologist, listen, I am all that. My degree and degrees and experience in supply chain logistics strategy, listen, best class, working for Fortune 1. But I'm not here telling you configuration, SAP configuration. Let's configure the system, requirements gathering. I've been there, done that. And livelihood, 30% bonus, 6-figure pay, the American dream that was promised. Listen, but at some point, something in me kicked in. I said, American dream is great, is fantastic. That's what is promised. But there's something more than the American dream. It's the legacy dream. What you're going to create with your life, the impact you're going to make, and what you're going to leave behind. It's a different journey, guys. And that journey is tied to greatness. Nobody becomes ever great serving an audience of one. You can serve yourself, eat good food. Nothing wrong with that, please. Nothing wrong with that. Listen, enjoy. It's the easiest money you can make. Go live that life. When I talk about entrepreneurship and building a legacy business, it's a different hard work. So you will still work, whether it's corporate, you work, whether it's entrepreneurship, you work. Just pick the work. Pick which one. Pick which one you want to work. Okay. I see. Couple of guys says, I think people miss that. You work hard to be. Is either way, you're working for all of these things. My point only is, please, 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 just know that you're great. If you want to be great in life, you will be great using the skills and talents. It is tied to what God gave you. That's what I've seen. I'm not saying you cannot achieve levels of success, because I also say that the degree promises us a livelihood, right? What I'm teaching, success, my academy, right? Entrepreneurship and Success Academy. What I'm teaching is that entrepreneurship is the highest level of creativity and productivity. You will create that success for yourself. And you have to acquire new knowledge base. You have to develop new skills. And that skills is highly developed with your imagination, what you are imagining, because it's about creating into reality what you see in your mind. But remember that the college and school system, the first 20 years, you've been programmed to be an order taker, to do what other people tell you to do. The new journey is you enrolling and hiring yourself to do what you see in your mind, to create in the world what you see in your mind. And you have to trust your own voice. You have to develop confidence in you. You have to use your own natural skills to create all of those things you want to create. It's on you. That's why we talk about personal development, personal skill, invest in yourself. And people will think, oh, you are doing, listen, you're not doing, it's not me, you're doing a favor. If you don't enroll, I will just say, who is next? Me, I'm just a marketer. I remember Ambassador Muchanga saying, Toyi is a marketer, I am a politician, but we are in the same job, moving the hearts and minds of people. Listen. Oh, yeah, Ambassador Muchanga, I remember he's such a dear leader. He gave me this pen of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. I wear it with pride because I've played some ambassadorial stuff for them as well, for AFCFTA. So anyway, I said, what did I do now? I just went off there. But what I'm sharing with you today, I'm not telling you or teaching you or guiding you to do what I haven't done. I'm not teaching, I don't teach, I teach what I know and what I practice, so that anybody that wants to do what I do can learn, if they want to learn from me. Okay? So what I just talked about today is what I'm practicing. I didn't go to school to do what I'm doing today, but I learned and I host and sit at the feet. I learn. I became a student. I host international trade summits where the leading experts on a particular topic, they come, and guess what? I will see every year I host them. I host them means they come and teach me. I will invest myself. I will do all the work, hard work. But when they come, they will feed me knowledge. Economists, World Bank, African Union, leaders of industries will come, speak. Investors will come, speak, teach me. They'll teach, teach, teach. I learn. I'm a custodian of all that knowledge. And guess what? The video stuff, I'll put them in my academy, I'll put them in my network. Those who also want to listen and learn, it's there. So I'm a custodian of incredible knowledge. Why? Because when others teach us what they know, we know more and we can do more and we can do better. Right? So, natural talent for me, communications, leadership, this is where I've parked my car. So, so that's it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to share and discuss highlights that I was teaching earlier in my school, the game plan, 30 keys to unlock success. And today I just gave you, I just engage on one of the keys for success is develop your natural talents. Thank you so much. Mr. Lazarus, parting words as I'm closing out now. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Coach Toyin. We really appreciate you, woman of God, the information that you have shared with us. We have heard about our degrees that are decorating our walls. They just unlocked a limited success for us, and they are keys, but a key for a particular door. But if you can develop yourself to other fields that you may not necessarily have degree to, you can be able to achieve more. And definitely, life is all about long learning and not quitting, like I'm learning. And you said the powerful words about Google. I think we should Google from others. We must learn from others. And those things for personal development, investing ourselves on other people. And I like it when you say, when you invite all those people with expertise, you are busy learning and you are investing on yourself. You are a custodian of incredible knowledge from other industry experts who know it better. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And please keep on sharing this platform with us and keep us updated. So that we don't have absolute information where we need to be replaced. We are in 4IR, but living the Stone Age mentality. Thank you so much.
You gave
everyone who came.
That was that was such an incredible summary that you just gave. That was just, if that's what you're walking away with, I feel my job here is done. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You know, because part of the journey, that part of the challenge for people like myself is when I walk away from sessions like this, I'm wondering, did they get it? Did I communicate properly? Did I pass on my passion? Did I do my job? That's part of, when I sit back and okay, next time let me do better. I'll say this better. I'll say this. So that's one of the struggle for those of us that teach and coach. We want to make sure that we are conveying, we are passing on, we are effectively sharing our hearts and mind, and that people all actually understand what we are trying to share, and they understand also the heart behind it. Because there are two things here. There are people who will teach you for their own personal gain. Nothing wrong with that. Please, clarity about what you want. But then there are some people that will teach you because they care. I fall into that I care category. Maybe I care too much. I care too much. It's like, please help yourself. Please, God, the prayer we are praying, God has answered. You just need to do the work. Right? Because the way God answers is that the best thing God can do for you is to deposit things in your spirit. Ideas, skills, talents, enablement. It's in your spirit, but your body doesn't know it because you've not trained your body. God can call you a doctor. If you don't go to the school, you don't become a doctor. You are a doctor in the spirit realm. But here on earth, for you to see the manifestation here on earth, you must work for it. That's the principle that many people are abusing. You go into church, they tell you are blessed. You say, yes, blessings. You know the blessings of God. You will bless the work of your hands. Listen, he says he will bless the work of your hands. What are you giving him to bless? So the best thing for those of us that are Christians, this is what I see. Oh, I don't know what you believe, but this is what I'm experiencing. Listen, give God many things for him to bless. There's a higher blessing, yes, that you won't work for, but the blessing of heaven, give him something to make him proud. Put everything he has given you, put it to use. It will yield fruit and harvest. The rain of heaven will bless it, and it will yield harvest. It is the delight of God to bless you. And all the blessing God will bless you, guess what? You are part of the creative process. If David doesn't fight Goliath, Gideon doesn't fight the war, children of Israel didn't fight for promised land, on and on, for those who are believers. These things, let's stop this game of not showing up for what you believe. Faith without works is dead. If you hear my word and you do, even Jesus said you hear it and you are not a doer, what faith do you believe? What do you then believe? Faith is works. And without faith, it's impossible to please God. So please God, believe enough to show up for what you believe. Believe enough to invest in what you believe. I saw this day and it made me abandon another level of success in pursuit of, right? Bible talks about the kingdom of God is like a man that saw a field. He sold what he had before. Why? Because what he's seeing, let what you are seeing be bigger than where you are today, and run after it. Buy the truth, sell it not. I'm quoting scripture, people. Hopefully the scripture will also help. Even if you don't hear me, hear God.
Amen. Amen.
Okay. Minister Toyin. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you. Oh my gosh. See, it's an appeal. I'm appealing to you. Just give it a shot. Invest yourself. Get busy in the right dimension. And listen, before you know it, the people, for example, the people that have done these things, I will tell you, you start seeing them on TV. You start seeing them running projects, programs, investment programs. Why? They've been working for a year, 2 years, 3 years. And harvest season, you will see their harvest. If you plant cocoa 5 years later, it will feed you for 20, 25 years. After all, the investments you made in that degree has been feeding you for the last 20 years. It's time to make another level of investment so that your next 20, 30 years, 25 years is secured. That's what this is about. Is that what got you here may not get you there. There are new skills you must develop because the world is shifting and there are new skills. New skills must be developed, and your natural talent will make you so exceptional. Nobody can compete with you when you're doing your thing. Bye for now.